Hi, Susan from Susan's Art and Junk Journaling. Hubby and I went to the auction Tuesday. I have to show you all of the goodness that I got. Ooh, there's more in here. It's from 1950. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that art. That was kind of delicate, and this is definitely a picture that's faded. But look at this. There's a whole bunch of these in here. I think they were on the top of calendars. Look at the colors in that. This is a good, thick piece. Oh, how cute. And then this is an envelope. Doesn't say what year. I love the colors in this. As everything shadows fall. Oh no, hold it. As evening shadows fall. Oh, these poor pieces of paper have definitely seen better days. Oh, it's just beautiful. Bunch of birds in this one. Oh, that's great. Loving this magazine. Is it Field and Stream? Is that what? Sports Afield. Miller High Life, the champagne bottle beer. Oh, it says a wedding at Waikiki. Oops, sorry about that. That's adorable. Isn't she adorable? I wonder how old she is now. These look like photograph envelopes. She had film developed, it looks like to me. And this was the advertisement that was Coronet, Portland Place, Boulder, Colorado. Oh, so pretty. It's good for me and it's good for you. What's that say? Salve? Colds? I thought you would enjoy looking at all. That's beautiful. So there's that box. There's more stuff in here. May 23rd, 1946, Rocky Mountain States. So that's that box. So that box of pictures was $2. Then I got 2 scrapbooks. This is one of them. This one was $2 and the other was $3. So let's see, $7 for everything I'm going to show you. Roy Rogers. Look at this paper here. The Dead Chief in Many Moods. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. So I wasn't really too fussed about this one, but I got it anyway because I love the patina on here. So there's that one. This is what I really wanted. Looks like, well, it's not a 3-hole, it's a 4-hole pamphlet stitch, it looks like. So Monday, February 27th, 1928. Make floor, oh, so these are her plans for working on a house. Make a floor plan of house as you made it over. Use 3/4 inch or 1 inch to a font. Make outside walls 1/8 inch. So here she's got, it sounds like it might be, well, I guess she was working on her house plans. So this looks like the living room because that looks like a fireplace hearth. So that might be the dining room. This kind of looks like a kitchen, a bathroom, maybe 2 bedrooms. But look at this. Look at all this writing. Size and shape, location, advantages, placing of windows and doors. I just love this. I'm going to have to scan it in. This is almost 100 years old. It's from 1928. So organized. 1926. Almost 100 years old. Okay, so that's a close-up of the living room. Looks like she's got a couple of chairs next to the fireplace. I wonder what this is. I know that looks like a chair. That looks like a chair. That must be a couch. And then she looks like she cut out pictures from magazines as inspiration. Isn't this great? She went very, very detailed. There's the bedroom, twin beds, desk, dresser, 2 chairs. Oh, wallpaper that she chose. Let me put it up this way so we can see this better. Oh, now that I've done that, they're back. The wallpaper she chose for the bedroom. But isn't that great? I just thought I'd show that to you and you could enjoy it like I did. Thank you for joining me today. I found this in the box flat as well. This is over 1 foot tall, about 10 inches wide. But look at the art on this. So this is from 1939. And I absolutely love the artwork in this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Looks like watercolor. And then this is photographs. Ore mine, ore dock, ore boat, ore unloader, ore train, limestone train, steel bridge, kitchenware factory, refrigerator factory. So what was this, the industrial age, 1939? You guys can tell me better. Oh, that's just beautiful. I almost don't want to do anything with this, you know, because it's just too pretty. Thought I'd show you. Now I need to come up with something to make with all of this stuff. Here's April 4th, 1946 Young American newspaper. And I have to be careful how I open this because it tears very, very easily. I like this. Talks about price control hangs in the balance. Inflation threat is an issue as Congress acts. Talks about wages going up, costs going up, prices going up, wages going up, costs going up, prices going up, wages going up. Oh, somebody did the crossword puzzle. I'm wanting to make some index card, journaling cards. And I think these would go as a good size on that. So I think I found my project. I've got my tag box. I got this from Habitat for Humanity for 50 cents. And they are, it says double-sided 3.5 by 8.5 tags. Keep hitting. That's great. And then I've got these little tags. These are old. Looks like, yeah, index cards. These are already aged and patinaed. It's a little 6 for $1. Oh, I got a whole bunch of patinaed index cards here. All right, looks like I've got all that I need. I've got gloves on. I don't want to get stains in my fingernails. These index cards are 5 inches by 3 inches. With the tab, it's a little over 3¼ inches. I'm only going to do 4. I've got these Distress Oxide sprays. I'm going to start with the lightest color. And just kind of go around the edges. Some on the back as well. And then dry them. A little more down. Oh, it's already turning a really cool color. A little bit more, a little more water. And one more. I think there's enough on this. Oh, I love the pattern that's. Go. See if we can soak up the rest of that. I'll let these dry and then I'll go back with gathered twigs as well. I'll show you the result. Before I dry them, might as well just go ahead and do the next color as well. That one's kind of dark. I don't know how much I want to use of it. No sense in putting a lot in the center, I suppose, even though I've done that. So that's going to have the pictures. I need to just concentrate more on the edges. Oh, these are going to be so cool. A little more on the bottom of that one. More on the perimeter. There we go. This one I think I need a little bit more on the edge. Okay, this one, I'm gonna try and use up what's here and not put any more down. There we go. Now I can, well, let's see, what about this? Well, I hope I'm not making them so muddy there's not really going to be any variation. I've chosen which will be the fronts. I love how that turned out. What I want to do, flip them over, and these are the backs. I want to Mod Podge the back to keep the color in and test to see what the Mod Podge will do to this, if it's going to smear and become muddy. So this is an experiment. You guys may have already done this already, but I haven't, so I'm hoping it doesn't smear and turn into a bunch of mud. I want to seal the other side. That's why I'm starting on the back, because I don't want to ruin the front. The reason why I'm choosing to Mod Podge, I want to do some other effects on the front, but I don't want the Distress Oxide spray to smear into a bunch of mud. And so far, that looks good. None of that bled. Okay, that's a pass, not a fail. Yay. I tried not to cut up too much, but I got that newspaper didn't have much red in it. Basically the front page and a couple other things. And then this page is what I cut up. So far, this is what I've got. Some of you guys my age are familiar with Jimmy Durante. So I've got that. Peter Lawford was so handsome when he was younger. Well, he was handsome when he got a little older too. That. Catherine Grayson. You know, I'm not familiar with her work. So far, that's what I've got. Now, June Allison, I know she's been in a number of things as well. I will take my Mod Podge and Mod Podge this on. I did a fifth one that I'm going to use as my guinea pig, and I tried to move my lights so that they're not reflecting off this plastic. I did the same thing with this card as I did with the other 4 cards. I used the oxide spray and water on the front and the back, Mod Podged the newspaper on top. And what I want to try is I'm going to use my watercolor brush markers for the first test. So let's just start with that before I even say what I'm going to do next. This is an experiment. I've not done this before. And since we've got red on here, I'm going to use the red. And I'm going to just, okay, so this doesn't show up very well, does it? To spray with water and see if it will bleed down. Haha! There we go. It did. It's subtle, but yes, I like that. I think I'll dab the extra water off the side so that it won't. There we go. I don't know that I'm going to do more than that. I might splatter with gold paint since this is my experiment one. Whoa! Boy, that came out great. Let me get a little water in with that. You really can't see the gold, can you? Because it's basically the same color as what's on the background. All right, well, I like how that turned out, and it looks like the water went under the paper. I'll have to see how well that dries and see what happens. So now that I've found that that works, let's get the next one. And I think I'll do it on this side. Squeaky squeak. Sorry if that's going through your skin there. That's taken a lot more water than I thought it would to make that bleed. Maybe I need to just get my watercolor paints out and try that instead of using the marker. Or do I get this wet first and then spray it? Let's try that. Or get this wet first and then do the marker. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so it was wet first, watercolor marker, and then spray again. once it dries, I'll see if it was worth doing, or if I feel it was a fail. Let me get my fan brush. All right, I'll keep working and show you how it turned out. I've got my pearlescent watercolor. I'm going to dip my brush in the water. Do a good 1/2 inch of water. Let's see, maybe a little more water and just let it drip down and do its thing. Yeah, I'm gonna spritz it. It's got a varied look, kind of like it, and I might as well be consistent and do the gold. I don't think the gold will really show until it's dry. All right, so that's 3. And June Allison. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I think I'll do this side. And I did like putting water over here. Let's get a little on the paper. And this is why I chose to do the Mod Podge first. Probably, I don't know if it would have made a difference doing the Mod Podge first or not, but I did. Yeah, let's see, we'll do a little more water down here. I really don't want it to go on her face. There we go. I like the variety of the edges. And we'll do the gold. Okay, that's 4, and we got one last one. Catherine Grayson. Shall I do it on this side this time? No, I'm going to do it on this side. And again, we'll get a lot of water here. These are just a cheap pearlescent set of watercolor paints. I tried to turn it upside down to look at the name, and the pucks just started falling out. So. Alrighty. And then the gold. I've made a rule for myself. When I show a haul, I have to, in that same video, create something from that haul. I really like this edge. I think that turned out great. I'm going to try and spin it back and forth to see if the light's going to catch the gold for you. And again, I love this edge. It's not dry all the way yet. This turned out okay. Even though this was supposed to be red, it turned out pink. I suppose I should have tried this with the girls. But I like the variety. So I've got 2 Jimmy Durandys. So that turned out pretty good. I'm pleased with that project. It was definitely something different. And again, thank you for joining me.